I walked onto the set in Burbank, California, expecting to surprise my wife, Elena, with a coffee from that overpriced joint she loves on Magnolia Boulevard. It was a Tuesday afternoon, the kind of dry, sun-bleached day that makes LA feel like a movie itself. I'm 38, a freelance graphic designer who's been grinding for years to keep us afloat while Elena, 35, chases her acting dreams. She'd landed a supporting role in this low-budget indie flicksome artsy drama about broken families, and I was proud. Damn it. Proud enough to schlep across town with a $7 latte just to see her smile. The soundstage was a maze of cables and lights, but I found the break room easy enough. The door was cracked open, and that's when I saw it. Elena, her auburn hair spilling over her shoulders, pressed up against the director, Marcus. His hands were on her hips, sliding under the hem of her sundress dress I'd bought her last summer. Her lips were on his, hungry, desperate, like she hadn't eaten in days and he was the last meal on earth. I froze, the coffee cup burning my hand, my chest caving in like someone had swung a sledgehammer into it. They didn't see me. Not yet. I didn't scream, didn't charge in. I just stood there, a statue of a man watching his life crack open, while inside, a storm raged, danger, betrayal, a sick kind of curiosity about how long this had been going on. Then I turned and walked away, my sneakers silent on the concrete floor, plotting my next move. I met Elena 8 years ago at a bar in Santa Monica. She was 27 then, a knockout with green eyes that could stop traffic and a laugh that made you feel like the only guy in the room. She had legs for days, toned from years of yoga, and a way of carrying herself that screamed confidence. I was 30, scruffy but decent looking, a guy who'd spent too much time behind a screen to know how to charm a woman like her. But somehow I did. We married 2 years later, promising forever in a little chapel in Malibu with the Pacific crashing behind us. Now, forever was looking like a bad joke. Back at our apartment in Studio City, I sat on the couch, the coffee still in my hand, cold now. Elena wouldn't be home for hours, shooting ran late, she'd said. I replayed the scene in my head. Marcus, mid-40s, all slick hair and pretentious scarves, groping my wife like he owned her. I wanted to smash something, but instead, I called my buddy Jake. Jake's 40, a burly ex-Marine turned mechanic who's been my rock since college. He picked up on the second ring. Yo, Nate, what's up? You free? My voice was flat, but he knew me well enough to catch the edge. Always for you, man. What's going on? Meet me at the Rusty Anchor. I need a drink. And a plan. Half an hour later, we were at the bar. A dive off Ventura Boulevard with sticky floors and a jukebox that hadn't been updated since the 90s. Jake leaned on the counter, his tattooed forearms flexing as he cracked open a beer. Spill it, Nate. You look like someone ran over your dog. I took a swig of whiskey, the burn grounding me. Elena's fucking the director. His eyebrows shot up. Marcus? That douchebag with the beret. Yeah, saw it with my own eyes. Break room. Hands all over her. Jesus, man. What did you do? Nothing. Yet. Jake whistled low. You're calmer than I'd be. I'd have busted his face in. Trust me, I wanted to, but I need to know how deep this goes. He nodded, sipping his beer. Smart. You confront her now, she'll just lie. You gotta catch her off guard. That's when Sarah walked in. Sarah's 32, a bartender here and Elena's best friend since their improv class days. She's got a wild mane of blonde curls and a figure that turns heads curvy in all the right places, with a smile that's equal parts sweet and dangerous. She spotted us and sauntered over, her boots clicking on the floor. Hey boys, she said, tossing her hair. What's with the funeral vibes? Jake smirked. Nate's got wife troubles. Sarah's eyes flicked to me, sharp and curious. Elena? What did she do now? I hesitated. Sarah and Elena were too tight for me to trust her fully. But I needed intel. You tell me. She been acting weird lately? Sarah shrugged, pouring herself a shot of tequila from behind the bar. She's been stressed, said the shoot's intense. Marcus is a hard ass, but she's handling it. Handling it how? My tone was sharper than I meant. She paused, mid-sip, studying me. What's this about, Nate? I leaned in, voice low. I saw her with Marcus today, up close and personal. Sarah's face didn't change, but her eyes flickered guilt, maybe, or surprise. You sure? Don't bullshit me, Sarah. Did you know? She set the glass down hard. I didn't know shit, Nate. She's my friend, not my diary. But she's been weird about her phone lately, hiding it when I'm around. That hit like a punch. Elena used to leave her phone everywhere: bathroom counter, kitchen table. Now it was glued to her hand. I filed that away, my mind racing. The next day I went back to the set. Not to confront her. Jake was right. I needed more. I needed proof. I brought my camera, a Nikon I used for freelance gigs, and told the security guy I was there to shoot behind-the-scenes stills for the production. He waved me through, too bored to care. I found a spot near the craft services table, blending in with the chaos of the crew. Elena was on set, running lines with a co-star, a guy named Tyler. He was 28, tall and lean with a jawline that belonged in a cologne ad, and a cocky grin that made me want to deck him on principle. She laughed at something he said, her hand brushing his arm, and I wondered if Marcus was the only one. Then Marcus called a break, and Elena disappeared into the break room again. I followed, keeping my distance, my heart pounding like a drum. Through the window I saw them, same spot, same heat. She was pressed against the wall this time, her skirt hiked up just enough to show the curve of her thigh, smooth and tanned. Marcus whispered something, and she giggled, a sound that used to be mine. I snapped a photo, then another. Evidence, sure, but also a knife twisting in my gut. That night, I waited for her at home. She walked in at 10 p.m., her hair tousled, her cheeks flushed. "Hey, babe," she said, dropping her bag. "Long day." "Yeah." I kept my voice even, pouring her a glass of wine. "How's Marcus?" She froze, just for a second, then smiled. "He's fine. Pushy, but fine." "Why?" "Saw you today. Thought I'd surprise you." Her eyes widened, but she recovered fast. "Oh, cool. You should have said hi. I was gonna." Got distracted. She sipped her wine, avoiding my gaze. "By what?" "You tell me." The air thickened, tension coiling like a snake. She set the glass down, crossing her arms. "What's that supposed to mean?" "I saw you, Elena. With him. In the break room." Her face went pale, then red. "You're spying on me now? Don't turn this on me. You're screwing the director, and I'm the bad guy." "It's not what you think," she snapped, stepping closer. "It's just stress relief. It doesn't mean anything." "Stress relief." I laughed, bitter and loud. 8 years. And you're fucking some artsy prick for stress relief? It's not like that. Her voice cracked, tears welling up. "I love you, Nate. I got lost in it. The role, the pressure. Save it." I grabbed my keys, heading for the door. "I need air." "Nate, wait," she called, but I was gone. I crashed at Jake's place in Van Nuys, a cramped apartment that smelled like motor oil and cheap beer. He didn't ask questions, just handed me a bottle of Jack and let me stew. The next morning, Sarah texted me. *, meet me at the bar. Noon. Got something for you. *. I showed up, bleary-eyed and pissed. Sarah was behind the counter, her tight jeans hugging her hips, her lips painted red. She slid a USB drive across to me. "What's this?" I asked, pocketing it. "Elena's been recording audition notes on her phone. I borrowed it last night after she crashed at my place. There's stuff on there you'll want to hear." "Why are you doing this?" She shrugged, avoiding my eyes. "She's my friend, but you don't deserve this." Back at Jake's, I plugged the drive into my laptop. Elena's voice filled the room, breathy, excited. "Marcus says I'm a natural. Says I could be the lead if I play my cards right. Last night was intense. Worth it, though." Another file. "Tyler's sweet, but Marcus has the power. I need this, you know?" Nate wouldn't get it. My stomach churned. Tyler too? We're just flirting. Couldn't tell. But Marcus was the key. I called Jake over. "Listen to this shit," I said, playing the clips. He shook his head. She's playing the game, man. Hollywood's a cesspool. What do I do? Confront her again with this, or walk away? I chose confrontation. That night I went home. Elena was on the couch, eyes red from crying. Nate, thank God. I'm so sorry. Shut up. I tossed the USB on the table. Explain this. She stared at it, then at me. Where'd you get that? Doesn't matter. You're screwing Marcus for a role. What else? Tyler. No, she shouted, standing. Tyler's just a friend. Marcus, it was a mistake. I stopped it, I swear. When? After I caught you. She flinched. Before. Yesterday. I told him it's over. Bullshit. You're lying through your teeth. I'm not. She grabbed my arm, desperate. I love you. I fucked up. But I want us. I pulled away, my mind a war zone. I don't know what to believe anymore. Then let me prove it, she whispered, stepping closer, her perfume hitting me like a memory. Please. I wanted to believe her. God, I did. She was still Elena, flawed, beautiful, mine. But the trust was gone, shattered on that break room floor. I looked at her, her pleading eyes, her trembling lips, and I didn't know if I could rebuild it. A week later, I'm at Jake's again, staring at divorce papers I haven't signed. Elena's called a dozen times, left voicemails I haven't played. Sarah says she's a mess, but I don't know if it's real or an act. Tyler's out of the picture, turns out he's gay. Just a flirty kid with no stake in this mess. Marcus, though, he's still directing her film and she's still on set. I could fight for her, could walk away, could burn it all down and start over. The whiskey in my hand doesn't have answers, and neither do I. All I know is the storm inside hasn't settled, and maybe it never will.